Hello traders, welcome back to this week. This is our weekly Forex analysis for the coming week, and we are going to be examining the chart to know where the opportunities are and where the opportunities lies. This is EURUSD. As you can see, the EURUSD is making for an important trade this particular week. You can see the 3 moving average that I have here. The price is above it, while the moving average are under the price. This shows that we are still in an uptrend, and this is the daily time frame. So I can see, as you can see here, we have something of a bottoming tail bar here. Whenever you see a bottoming tail bar of this nature above the price, it ensures that the bull market is setting up and the bulls are actually in control. So what do I see for the coming week? I am seeing another bull run to the upside. So any form of retracement towards the downside we actually make for a good buy. Alright. So as you can see, this bottoming tail bar has formed on top of the 200 moving average, and 200 moving average normally offer a very strong support to any commodity or any currency, whether it is stock, whether it is bond, whether it is a futures. It is always a very good support. Alright, let us look at the 4 hours chart and see how it looks. I'm going to my time frame, and this is the 4 hours time frame, and you can see the 4 hours time frame is also looking like the daily time frame, and this is indicative of a very strong buy. This is the bottoming tail bar, what I would call the bullish pin bar. Whenever you see this particular candle, it shows you that the bulls are off for the game. So I see a situation whereby this pair is going to rise until it reaches the nearest support level. I'm going to see something like this, So this particular candle will go up and then retrace backwards, followed by some formation of other candles. At the end of it, it's going to go up. And once it does that, means if you are trading on this particular pair, you must have made a good sums of money. So we are going to be targeting anywhere around here of our take profits level. Alright, so we are looking for a buy on EURUSD, and any form of retracement downwards is going to be viewed as a very good opportunity to go long. Alright, this is the GBPUSD. As you can see on the GBPUSD on the daily chart, it's looking quite interesting. The price is actually above the 2 moving average that I have here, which is the 200 moving average and this is 100 moving average, and this is the 50 moving average. So those 2 moving average are indicating that the price is on a bullish run. Alright, as you can see by judging from this candle, this is a very strong bullish candle. And whenever you see a strong bullish candle of this nature, it shows that the bulls are actually performing excellently well in the market. The bulls are actually in control. Whereas traders, we are looking for the best time to enter the market. We don't just enter the market anyhow, because the bar is green or because the bar is red, we look at the best opportunity to enter so that we most probably end up with a profit. So from what I can see now on this candle, I know the week is going to be a bullish week, but we are going to wait for the best opportunity. So let me look at the weekly candle and see how it does look. This is the weekly candle, and it's also interesting. We have what I call the three white soldiers here. This formation is what we call the three white soldier, and it's indicative of a bullish momentum. And we have had a moving average crossover also. The 50 moving average has crossed the 100 moving average, and I expect it to continue to move further and further. So I expect this moving average to continue in this manner, taking the price up. All right. So what I will do now is I want to pinpoint the best time to enter this trade long. I don't want to, I can't advise you to enter on top of this candle here because it has already made a very good run. So what I'm going to do is to go to the lower time frame again. Let me go to the 4 hours chart and see whether we can find the best opportunity to go long on this trade. All right. Okay. This is the 4 hour chart, and this is how it looks. You can see that this is a very strong, uptrend. This is a strong uptrend as indicated and supported by these two moving average. And you can see this candle. If you draw a trend line here, this trend line is going to continue all the way up. So what will we do now? Actually, we are expecting a break above the resistance. But before it does break the resistance, we expect a retracement downwards, a pullback. So what I expect is I want to see a pullback that will come to this range. This is where we have a support level. Any pullback onto this range will make for a good buy. Any pullback of this nature is going to make for a good buy. So what if you have a bullish setup here around this level, around this line? Any bullish setup around this line, and this is the 50% retracement of this move from here to the top. So I want to see any form of pullback. Then any pullback will be viewed as an opportunity to go long on this pair. All right. So it is a very bullish, uptrend, and we are expecting any sort of pullback that will usher us into the trade. The next pair that we have here is AUDUSD. That's Australian dollar USD. As you can see from the charts here, the pair has continued to move. We now have 3 bullish candles on the weekly time frame. So these 3 bullish candles are actually what people normally refer as the 3 white soldiers. It's indicative of a very strong momentum. This first candle has taken out this red candle, and anybody that understands price action very well would have entered this trade long here after the takeout of this red candle that is sandwiched in between here. All right, so what will I expect for the coming week on this pair? is now exactly on the trend line which I drew previously. So I will expect this pair to take out this trend line and continue to move upside. But for us, the day traders, we are looking for the best opportunity to go long. And we won't just go long on top of this candle because we would expect some form of retracement before the continuation of the bull run. As you know, Forex charts or Forex candles do not just go on a straight line, they goes on a zigzag motion, up and down they go. So there will be movement down. From movement down, you will now see it go up. So let's look at what is happening on the other time frame. This is the weekly time frame indicative of a very strong bullish momentum. Let's look at the daily time frame and see what's happening on the daily time frame. This is now the daily time frame, and the story is the same. As you can see, the daily time frame also shows that the pair is on a very bullish momentum. All right. So when would be our best time to enter long on this trade, as we must enter long on this trade? So what I would expect to see is a situation whereby there will be any form of retracement here, a pullback to this point, a pullback to this very point could be absolutely okay. So let's see if the pair pulls back here. I would expect if it pulls back in this nature to this point before the continuation of the run, that will be better for us. If it pulls back to about 30 pips and then continue, but where exactly would be our take profit after this pullback and we have gone long on this trade? I will expect the next strong resistance level to be the best take profit level. And where is exactly going to be the best points? I think this resistance that we have here is going to be a strong reaction by the time it gets to these points. Some of these points that we have here. So we expect the continuation of the trade to at least this point before another great pass. All right, so 0.67725 is going to be our take profit if we are to go long on this trade. It may just take a while, it may just be little pause here and there, but eventually it's going to get past this level and I'm going to get to this level. So if you take the trade on this line, there's possibility that the price may still fall into this range, to this range here, then before it continues on a bullish momentum again. But most likely there will be a formation of a bull candle here, such as a bullish pin bar or engulfing candle here after a pause that will now usher you into this trend to go long. The next pair that we have is what we call the USDCAD. This is USDCAD on the daily chart. As you can see, judging from our previous analysis, the pair has continued to go down. If you had traded it last week, you would have made a lot of money if you traded on the downside. So it continues to go down, and you can see the price has now broken down below the 3 key moving averages that I have here on the chart. So what we are expecting for this coming week is the bearish momentum to continue. The bearish momentum is going to continue, but where will be the best time to go short on this trade? USDCAD. So I would expect the pair to move into this moving average that I have here. Let me draw the line so that you can see, and it corresponds with another moving average. Sorry, it corresponds with another resistance line that has been broken down before. This is the line, there's a support. This place, this area here has been a support level, and it has been a support level. It has also been a resistance level. All right, as you can see it here, it has been a support here. There's a support here. There's a support here. There's a resistance here. All right, there's a support, a resistance here. So this area, there's also been a resistance here, been one form of resistance here. All of this place, I'm expecting a move into that region, a form of retracement towards this, towards this arena. Any retracement around the, what will I call, 40 to 50% of this candle. From then, the pair will continue to go down. So where will be our take profit level if we traded this pair? The take profit level should be occurring anywhere around this region. This is the daily time frame. So this will give you up to 100 pips of profit if you traded it properly. All right. So expect a continuation of the downward momentum after a brief retracement up, a pullback to the upside, then pull back to the upside. That's what I'm expecting. And take profit should just target the nearest key support level. To be on the safe side, you just take your profit at the nearest key support level, and this support level should be able to give you at least 90, 100 or thereabout, 90 to 100 pips of profits when you calculate it. All right. If you make about 100 pips of profit, depending on the account size that you are trading, that's a very big profit. To some people, 100 pips of profit can actually give them $1,000. To some, it give them a $5,000. To some, they can actually make $10,000 or $100,000, depending on the size of the account you are trading. And the size of your account determines the volume that you are going to be able to trade. It will determine your lot size. If you are trading on a small account, then you enter your trade with a smaller lot size in order to to maintain appropriate level of risk. All right. So for the coming week, we are still bearish on the USD CAD. We expect cards to continue to show strength against the dollar and pulling this pair towards the downward level. All right. So I will keep you updated when will be the best time to start going long on USD CAD. But for the time being, we'll only be looking for best opportunity to go short. If we get any buy signals, we are likely to ignore it and wait for our sell setup. Okay. The next pair we are going to consider is the USDCHF. USDCHF. That's the next chart we are going to look at, and this is the chart here. As you can see from our last weekend analysis, the pair has went down considerably. It's gone down, and what we are expecting for this week is that the pair will continue to go down, but there is going to be some form of pause. There's going to be a brief pause. The pair is going to move upwards a bit. After it has moved up, then it will continue to fall. So expect that the pair is going to make any move of this nature, a situation whereby it will move into this region and then go down. So we are bearish on this pair. What we'd expect is that the pair is going to move into another key resistance area. From there, it's going to take off with this bearish momentum again. So if we are to sell this candle, if you are to sell this, this particular pair, this currency, where would be our best point to start selling it? We are going to look at where has been a form of support, an area support to this, to this, to the price movement that has been made downwards. So some sort of this range that is clustered up like this is going to make for bring it buy and move towards this range. Is going to push this candle downwards. This place has been serious support and resistances in the past. Right, it has formed here a resistance, good support, and then a whole lot of reactions in this way. So, but the pie is not going to go to this point. But what we expect is that from this point, when it gets to around this range here, there's going to be heavy reaction, and that reaction is going to sharp eating to push downwards. So it may take like a day or two, and the price will be around this range. Thereafter, there will be a continuation of the bearish momentum. So what we expect is any candle of this nature. Yeah, any candle of this nature. It may be small or big. It will form and then closes the bearish pin bar, or any candle of this nature. Then another candle taking it downwards. So once a candle forms around this region and then another candle breaks down below it, it is a time to enter our trade, on the downside. It's a time to go short. And if you go short, you expect this pair to reach this level of support, the nearest support of this candle. The nearest support to this pair should be around this range. So this is what we are expecting, and this should be around 130 to 150 pips of profit is what we expect to make on this candle. So expect this movement and expect it to go down and retest this support level that we found here. Alright, if you have the confidence to wait, and if you have the patience to wait, allow this pair to go up a bit, and after it has formed a bearish candle around this range, then you go short without looking back, and you expect your short to break this low and get to and make a lower low. There's going to be a lower low here, indicative of a strong downtrend, and this pair has been on a downtrend starting from this point here. So and it's continue on to this point, and it's going to reach down to this support level that we have here. From this support, this pair is going to make for a good buy, a temporal buy anyway. So you can trade a buy around this region and expect to make at least 60 to 80 pips of profits to the upside. But that's not the trade for now. For now, we are considering the sell option. The sell side of this game is what we are considering. After we have made money on the sell side, then we can now consider the buy side. And the buy side is certainly not going to be this week. It's going to be upcoming weeks and next week or next 2 weeks. That's why we're looking for a buy on this trade. All right. The next pair we are going to consider is the NZUSD. That's New Zealand dollar USD. So next analysis, from the chart you can see that this pair is on a very bullish run. It's on a bullish momentum, maintaining its bullish, orchestrating its bullish momentum to the upside. So what we expect is that this bullish momentum is still going to continue for the foreseeable future. So what are we going to do? We are going to wait for the perfect opportunity to go long on this trade, because the pair is definitely on a bullish run and there is no game saying about it. So we are expecting any form of pullback, which we'll consider as an opportunity to go long. So a pullback on this trade is an opportunity for us to go long on the trade. So we are going to be waiting for the best opportunity. And from what I can see here, you expect this pair to pull back into this region, into this particular trend line that I have here. This trend line is actually on top of the high of this very candle. It's on top of the high of the previous candle. So that angle has also been a form of the support and resistance in the past. So what are we seeing there? In this area, there's a support level around this area. There's some of reactions and resistance reaction on this area. Look at here, there have also been a support. You look at this angle, there has been a support. So much reaction on this area, and we are expecting this pair to make a pullback into this area. Then off it goes. So I'm expecting this trade to continue to move to the upside. If you are to trade this pair, I will expect you to make not less than 100 pips on this trade. So if you are confident enough, I want you to take your trade and begin to look for a take profit level on this range. So you can actually go past it and come to this particular resistance level, to the uppermost resistance level of the past. But to be on the safe side, I want you to get out of the market as quick as possible. Once you have made your profit from here to this region, is a good enough profit for you to get out and leave the unforeseeable future for those that can water it down. All right. So if you are going along on this trade, wait for a perfect pullback and then wait for a price action that will show you that the books have regained control again. Then once that has happened, you strike with a buy, and definitely your week or your day will be made. So we are bullish. If we see any candle that indicates that the sellers are in control, we're gonna ignore them and wait for a perfect opportunity to go long. We are looking for opportunities on the long side, and that is where our bias remains. Our next pair for the day is the gold, ZAUUSD gold. This is gold spot. That's our next analysis. As you can see, gold has shown massive power on the buy side. It's been on a very high bullish momentum, breaking all barriers, moving speedily to the upside. Anyone on the long side of gold in the past 2 to 3 weeks would have been heavy on money by now. All right, that being said, gold is on a bullish run. Our bias for gold this week is still on the upside. It's still on the bull side. Certainly, we are bullish on gold. But when trading gold, you need to be very careful because this pair is a very trickish pair. Just as you are seeing this chart now, there's a tendency for the money managers and the hedge funds to pull this trade downwards. You think that gold has reversed and is now moving to the downside, and before you know it, it will change direction then and kick off to the upside. That's what you are going to see. And mind you, from market intelligence, the hedge funds and money managers have continued to pile up on gold. They have continued to increase their stake on gold. The hedge funds and the money managers and institutions have increased their net long positions on gold, but they are going to play a form of trick that will make you seem as if gold is about to go down. And when you trade on downside, you will see the trade move up to the upside again. So do not go bearish on gold for now. The bias is still on the downside, but we are expecting a pullback to the downside. A pullback that will look as if the trade has reversed. During the trade will pick up again to the upside. So what we expect? We would expect for the gold to pull back towards the range of 2000 and 50 or 2060. Then it will now pick up again to the downside. So we are expecting a movement that is akin to this range, a movement in the form of a sluggish movement, and it will move again. So if you trade gold, you will expect to take your profit once. The best thing about gold now is that do not buy and hold. If you want to make good profit, get into the market on gold and get out of the market as quick as possible. Once you make your profit, you get out of the market. Do not buy and hold. If you are buying and holding on gold, that would be a big mistake because this pair is very tricky. Sometime within this year, maybe towards the end of December or January next year, there's going to be a serious pullback on gold, a kind of sell-off. Then after that, gold will begin to build up momentum again. All right, so do not go bearish on gold yet. You have to still be bullish on it, but you wait for any form of pullback that will convince you that to go long. A pullback that will enable you to make good. Just buy on the swing low and then sell on the swing high. And do not continue to hold your trade thinking that the pair will continue to go up and up and up. No, it's not going to be like that. Just buy on the swing low and sell on the swing high. And then wait for opportunity. Continue to do that. You can sell on the swing high also and then buy on the swing low. So that is the best pattern to trade gold at. And let me inform you that the reason why gold is on upward momentum is because of the happenings around the world. The Israel-Gaza war has continued to give impetus to gold. And then Russian-Ukraine war is also supporting gold. I know gold used to drive at a period where there are so many bad news in the world. That's what propels gold. And people prefer to hold their money in gold. Gold is a safe haven asset. So during the time of crisis, you will see the price of gold begin to soar high. But during a peaceful period of time, the price of gold begin to go down and down. So I now correspond to two powerful events that is occurring on in the world now, the Israel-Gaza war and the Russian-Ukraine war. And these events will continue to support the upward movement of gold. But when you begin to see that this crisis is being resolved, you see gold begin to dwindle down. And when the crisis begin to get worse again, gold will pick off in its upward momentum. So at this moment in time, the gold, is being prepared by, worsening of the situation. Unlike Israel-Gaza war, they have had a ceasefire, and the ceasefire did not work out. The war has resumed again with greater intensity. That's why you see gold begin to react positively on the buy side. All right. So that being said, you simply wait for any pullback to enter low and then to buy low and then sell high on gold. All right, that will be all for our weekly analysis for this week. So wish you good luck as you make your trade for this coming week. All right, do not forget to subscribe and hit the like button in order to continue to inspire us to come up with more and more analysis to assist your trading week and give direction to your trading week.